So it's been a long time since I've made my last video. Um, I took a 2 week break, and during that 2 week break, I was having a bit too much fun, and even after the 2 week break, I was having a bit too much fun too. And during this period, my discipline and processes have essentially slipped a bit, and it's made me just reflect and come to the realization that the lifestyle that you commit to outside of trading will affect your trading and your trading performance and essentially your trading results. So I really want to dive into this video and kind of show you what I've learned reflecting over this period. And yeah, so lifestyle creates brain patterns. And so, as I mentioned before, I was drinking a bit, and I was going to a few parties and staying up quite late, because I was watching some of the matches in the World Cup. If you guys are familiar with that, if you guys do watch football, I don't really watch football too much, but I did indulge in watching these matches that was sometimes at 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Essentially, this is happening during the week, and I'm a trader, so those two things don't really align. And what I've realized is, as I was given into these frequent, easy rewards, that my reward center was constantly getting triggered by these easier ways of feeling pleasure. And doing so, this got my brain kind of tied into instant gratification. So during this period, I also give into more fast food and sweets and things that would just make me feel a bit better much quicker without much effort. And this is detrimental when it comes to our trading, because it made it harder to focus, right? So it made it harder to focus, and the trading process, which we are supposed to stick to, is less more stimulating. So as I did go through this period of indulging in much easier ways to seek rewards, my trading processes and stuff like that became a bit more harder to stick to, and I did even skip a few of them, which is something which was very highly unlikely before I had that 2 week break. So before I had this break and I went through the saga of going to quite a bit of parties, all my processes and all my non-negotiables was much easier to stick to, because my brain was wired to first do these hard things and then you get the reward. And I wasn't seeking reward instantly. I understood that I would need to stick to the process and the reward will come later. However, when I did become addicted to these easier rewards, it was much harder to stick to my trading processes, and this led to a slip in execution. So going over my past trades, I had much more impulsive behavior, and I did miss out on a few opportunities, which is understandable, because if I wasn't showing up for my trading processes, or if I did show up, it was half-hearted, like my brain was kind of all over the place and stuff like that, it makes sense to why I had a slip in execution. So just like how my brain was seeking instant gratification when it comes to just outside of trading, it was doing the same thing inside of trading. So I was seeking quicker rewards inside of trading. So this will be getting into trading positions, which triggers dopamine because I'm getting involved in something, and it also led to me breaking rules because I was doing everything in line with me trying to seek gratification, seek what can I get out of the situation? Can I gain some profits? What can I do from this? Essentially, rather than just having my brain tied to stick to the process, I was more outcome processed in this period. So why does this hurt our performance? And what am I talking about? I'm talking about why does kind of having a lifestyle which is more geared towards instant gratification, how does this affect our trading performance? And this is because trading rewards consistency over time, not emotional decisions today. So as traders, we need to show up and do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. And that means pre-market analysis, daily report cards if you do that, weekly SRs, weekly forecasts, all these different tasks that we need to complete. And if we've trained our brain to become so addicted to easier stimulation, these tasks are going to become much more difficult and harder for us to stick to over a period of time. And us sticking to these different tasks over a period of time enables consistency. So we're consistent in our process, therefore our results are more likely to be favorable and consistent with what we're looking for in trading. That consistency, that there's positive months, positive quarters, positive year. So results come from accumulation of well executed trades. And how do we have well executed trades? We have well executed trades by showing up to the best of our ability and making sure that we have clarity and clear thinking. We're able to manage our emotions. And if we're essentially drinking, having late nights parties, we're fatigued, the alcohol's messed with our chemistry in our minds, we are unable to seek opportunity like we're supposed to. We may see it sometimes, but we are not 100% at our best. We're not mentally sharp as we should be as traders. We need to be mentally sharp, and I've really realized over these past this month or so, I've not been as sharp as I should be, and that's because the lifestyle that I was leading outside of trading wasn't congruent with the lifestyle that would enhance my trading results. So I hope I explained that clearly and you kind of get the gist of what I'm trying to touch on in this video, and it can kind of make you reflect on the decisions that you make outside of trading and see how these decisions outside of trading can affect your trading performance like it did mine. So moving forward, I'm going to aim to kind of detox from the lifestyle that I was living previously. When I say this, I'm not saying that we cannot have fun. We can have fun. However, it comes to understanding that there's certain sacrifices that you need to make in order to perform at your best, and living a lifestyle which is essentially highly stimulating outside of trading will make it harder to stick to tasks that you need to commit to as a trader and do this to the best of your ability. And so have fun. However, don't make this become detrimental to your trading performance. And